Dr. Donald Hoffman is a professor of cognitive science and computer science at University of California, Irvine. He was on our show. He has posited this theory, and it starts with this basic idea, which is, do we see the world as it is, or are we seeing some fabrication that isn't even close to reality? And he actually was able to look at this evolutionarily. He studies visual perception and how people actually perceive stuff. And what he determined through lots of different studies and also different approaches in different fields was that organisms that see reality as it actually is go extinct. So if you see the matrix as zeros and ones, you go extinct. And the reason is it takes a lot of energy to actually see reality in all its complexity. And so the second proposition is, well, then maybe we just see part of reality, but it's still real. It's just not all of reality. And that's what most visual scientists propose. What he proposes is, based on his cognitive models and his computer models and his simulations, is that organisms that see any aspect of reality as it is go extinct in just a few generations. Whereas organisms that see reality as a fitness icon designed to help them reproduce thrive. So in other words, there is no bottle of water here as such. There's no water, there's no atoms, there's no paper, there's none of that. This is a graphical user interface that I as a human have evolved to see to help me survive. I see something wet that I know that if I drink it, I will not die. And so we have this shorthand hack in how we see the world. And over and over and over, he gives examples of insects who will go extinct having sex with a beer bottle because it's perfectly hacked their interface to look like a female insect. And these male insects in Australia, these beetles, will have sex with this bottle to the exclusion of beautiful females nearby because it is so perfect. This has been hacked in advertising with humans to make things look hyper appealing. Any McDonald's ad where they're opening the burger and you see the juicy cheese and all that. By the way, the vegans hate us, don't they? And all that's designed to hack our interface. And his theory is the interface theory of perception, that every species sees reality through a series of evolved hacks that allow us to reproduce. And so here's the punchline of that. What is reality? Is there a reality? And what he argues is, yes, there is. There is an objective reality. It's not, we're all not just making this up. Our visual cortex isn't just constructing it. It's not something where, and he's looked at, the number of neurons in the visual cortex is way more than it takes to reconstruct an image, but just enough to construct an image. So we are constructing the world second to second in our minds every day. But the question is based on what?